Hey guys, welcome to this second Whiteboard Wednesday from Online X. I'm Rhys from Media Rocket Studio, and if you joined us last week, you would have seen my video on the general online position or online marketing environment that we talk about when we develop strategies for clients, specifically around the concept of owned, earned, and paid media types or position types. So last week I said to you that I'm going to start breaking this out a little more. Just to give you a quick recap, remember that owned is any position or media online that you have direct control over. These can be things like your website, your Facebook page, Instagram accounts, Twitter accounts, etc. And it is the content and items that you produce for those platforms. Remember, it's not the content and items that your users produce and post to your platforms. That actually falls more into the earned space for your digital position. And your earned space, we talk about, generating brand love, advocacy, ambassadorship. And that's really being able to turn your audience into your sales force, into your promoters, etc. And as I mentioned previously, earned is the most valuable, but also the most difficult to achieve. Now, in today's session, I want to talk to you about the top half of this Venn diagram. And what we break this into, this owned and earned position, we conceptually think about it as organic-based marketing or organic media. So I'm sure you've heard the terms of paid versus organic. We'll talk about paid in another segment. But when we talk about your organic marketing, it's all the elements you do without spending a media budget. Now remember, it's not spending any money, because you still have to produce a website, you still have to have resource management on your social platforms, etc. But you're not specifically spending with the platform to generate reach and awareness. With organic, we talk about the things you can do that uplift your position organically, just from the value of things like the content you produce, the engagements that you have, the optimization you do, for instance, on your website. So you'll hear terms like SEO, search engine optimization. It actually forms probably in between into this nice little segment in the middle here, where you're producing high value content that is useful to users, that is on an optimized site, for instance, so that Google can easily see it, understand it, index it, and then provide it to the right user at the right time. So if we come back to the idea of content is the fuel that drives the organic engine. Okay, so that means purposeful content and high value content. If we talk about high value, some basic rules that I always give to people when they're thinking about producing is it entertaining? Is it informative? Does it educate someone? Does it help someone live their life? Or does it help someone understand or do something? So if you're producing content just for the sake of content, you'll probably find that you won't get the results and the benefits that you were hoping for from it. So the first high value point, I guess, of organic, or important point, is to remember that content will drive this engine and drive success. And you'll want to then produce this content and make it available. And making it available means using the organic mediums like your social media platforms. You can also then expand that into organic PR, or online public relations, where you post your pieces on other platforms where people can engage with it and read it. And if you've got a good strategy in place, link back to your main website, etc. And all of that will do a couple of things. I mean, one, it'll help with your SEO. We talk about backlink building strategies, but it'll also help get your business into the face and the space of a user in a relevant way. Now, important point about organic is we talk about organic being a high value over an extended or over a long period of time. So organic, as you work on it, becomes more and more valuable as you get better at it, as these systems, these algorithms understand you better and can actually produce you to more users more frequently. But it is fully driven by content, which is a resource in itself to develop, and it is not an immediate point in time fix. So where we talk about paid being a much shorter to medium term strategy, we specifically talk about organic being a medium to long term strategy. The nice thing about organic is once you've got it rolling, it can really develop some momentum and keep you going. So if you're able to measure or monitor your traffic, you'll see, for instance, your organic traffic, your search organic, your social organic will start going up over time. And then the people who perform conversions on your site from those sources will also go up. Now, that then means that you have essentially paid the school fees up front, the effort up front to get this long-term effect. Whereas a paid strategy would be specific to, well, I need to target people A, B, and C, and I'm willing to pay for that, right? So when we talk about content, just a quick breakout there. You need to have high-value content that is diverse. So don't have one-dimensional content. Don't be a one-dimensional organic marketing company or use one-dimensional organic marketing. Remember that you've got text, you've got copy, you've got imagery, you've got video, you've even got audio, particularly as we move into the newer technologies, the voice-activated searches, the voice-activated devices, etc. All of which is still being tracked and used, and you can use tactics and mechanisms around it, these different media types, to get better return and results than your competitor would, who hadn't actually done the effort or gone through the process of identifying these different media types. So when we come down to the difference between these two, just as a basic premise, and we'll get into paid in another section, but organic is non-paid for, it is high value over an extended period of time, it is driven by content and effective use of your owned positions to get good earned return from your users. So thanks guys, that was just a very high level overview and quick snippet on organic marketing, particularly for your owned and earned spaces. In the next segment and next section you hear from me, I'm going to be delving a little more into the actual paid aspect of digital marketing. So thanks very much and join us next time.